Hi dear traders, the US dollar continues losing value amid uncertainty about a further rapid rise in the key interest rate. Although representatives of the Federal Reserve remain hawkish, analysts suppose that at the next meeting in September, the benchmark rate will be hiked by only 50 basis points instead of 75. Reports on the US consumer and production inflation allowed traders to make such a conclusion. In our review on InstaForex TV channel, we are going to find out what other events will shape the market sentiment early next week. The upcoming week is expected to be quite eventful. On Monday, at the beginning of the Asian session, traders will learn a bulk of information. Japan will be the first to disclose data on its quarterly GDP growth rate. According to the forecast, the indicator should return to the positive zone, thus encouraging investors. The fact is that the Japanese economy was on the edge of recession since the first quarter. GDP declined by 0.2%. During the period from April to June, the economy may expand by 0.6%. Data from China is also likely to be positive. Industrial production, the main sector of both Chinese and global economies, may continue recovering by accelerating its growth pace to 4.5% from 3.9%. In July, China withdrew almost all restrictive measures thanks to the better epidemiological situation. Against the backdrop, demand for risk assets and the Australian dollar has increased. Notably, Australia is China's main supplier of raw materials. On Tuesday, all eyes will be turned to macroeconomic data from the United Kingdom. The country is going to disclose a report that reflects the labor market condition. The unemployment rate is likely to remain at the current level. Notably, the data will be published for June. Meanwhile, data on the claimant count change will describe the labor market situation in July. According to the forecast, the number of claims will drop for the 17th month in a row. It means that the UK labour market is steadily recovering, thus supporting the pound sterling. However, on Wednesday, the pound sterling may allow sellers to make profit. The fact is that the UK is going to publish its annual inflation growth rate figures. It's very hard to make any predictions at the moment. However, at the recent Bank of England meetings, the Monetary Policy Committee assumed that inflation might accelerate to 3% by October. Judging by the market's previous reaction to the higher consumer prices in the kingdom, the pound-dollar pair may start falling. As for news from the United States, in the first part of next week we will receive another very important report, which reflects the US economic health. Notably, about two-thirds of the US GDP is formed by consumer spending, whereas retail sales is the indicator of consumer activity. Thus, on Wednesday, the US is going to disclose its retail sales figures for July. Although inflation is slackening, the forecast is quite gloomy. However, we should remember that traders' reaction to statistical reports has somehow changed. Earlier, weak data boosted the US dollar thanks to the expectations of aggressive measures from the Federal Reserve. Now, negative reports lead to a drop in the national currency. In other words, the greenback may retreat against other currencies. These events are going to be market drivers in the beginning of the next trading week, and we will continue to keep our finger on the pulse and provide you with the most relevant information. Follow our daily news reports and trade with profit. See you!